In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a product review website with WordPress. The site we're going to be making looks just like this. And as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a great way to show off your product review content. Maybe it's a single product review, or maybe you're doing some product comparisons. We're going to be using Popcorn theme, which is highly flexible. So that means that if you want to use this for something else that's not product reviews, you can do that too. We're going to start at the very beginning. I'm going to show you how to set up your hosting and your domain name and install WordPress. And then we're going to go through installing the theme, adding content, and getting your website ready for launch. I know your time is important, so I'm going to try and keep this tutorial as short as I possibly can, but I'm also going to share a whole load of other resources on the way. So if you want to expand your knowledge and dig a bit deeper, you can. So let's start by talking about money. Yeah, I know. We need to get it out the way. There is a small cost involved with setting up a website. Of course, you probably already knew that. So I'm going to share with you those costs right now. But don't worry, I've been able to secure some great pricing on our hosting and domain name and theme. So hopefully it's going to fall within your budget. The two very important things we need to start with are hosting and a domain name. Now, hosting is where your website lives on the internet. Basically, you pay a company, they look after it for you on their servers, do all the techie stuff, keep your website online. And the domain name is, well, the address of the website, how people find your website, the thing that they type into the address bar, the .com, the .net, the .co.uk, the .whatever. Now, I've been working with a great company that offers fantastic hosting. They're called Host Armada. And in fact, they give you a free domain name with the hosting for the first year. They offer a range of different plans and pricing depending on your requirements. But if you follow my advice, you can secure hosting for as little as $2.49 a month. And that includes your free domain name for the first year. Next up, we're going to need our WordPress theme. Now, the theme is what gives the site its functionality and its look and feel. I'm going to be recommending Popcorn theme for this video because it's a theme that I've worked on myself and it's a theme that I use on all of my websites. Popcorn theme has two different pricing plans, depending on whether you want to pay annually or whether you want to pay all up front in one go. And I've got a special coupon code that I'm going to share with you in a moment that will give you a discount on both of those. But if you go for the annual plan, you can expect to pay around $84 in the first year for your theme. And that's it. That's all the costs. Not a huge amount to get your website online. So I think we're about ready to jump on the computer and get started. Just before we do, head over to wpeagle.com. I've got a whole load of resources on there and other articles, as well as some courses in terms of setting up websites and marketing them, promoting them, getting traffic, making money, all that stuff. So get over to wpeagle.com and pop your email address in and I'll send you some really cool stuff. If you get stuck at any point in this video, maybe you've got a question, maybe you need some more information, just leave me a comment below. I read all the comments that I get and I'll try to reply to as many as I possibly can, or drop me an email. You can drop me an email to eagle@wpeagle.com and I'll try to reply as quickly as I can. So that's enough intro. Let's get on the computer and let's set up our product review website using WordPress. Let's go. The first things that we need to get sorted out are our website hosting and our domain name, and we can do all of that right here at Host Armada. I like Host Armada because they're very fast, they're very stable, and they're very reliable. And above all, they are great value for money. I've used them for a number of different websites and I've never had a problem. Speaking of value for money, I have got a coupon code that I'm going to share with you in a few moments that will give you a discount on Host Armada. I'm also an affiliate for Host Armada. I'm going to put a link up right now, which is an affiliate link. I appreciate it a lot if you use it. When you follow that link, you will end up on the plans and pricing page, which is this one right here. And let's take a look at what we've got to choose from. So they've got 3 different packages. They've got the Start Doc, they've got the Web Warp, and they've got the Speed Reaper. If you're brand new in the game and you only want to set up one website, then the Start Doc is probably going to be perfectly adequate. However, if you want to set up multiple websites and you want a little bit of extra performance, then the Web Warp is a good choice. All of these packages come with a free domain name as long as you go for a payment plan that's not the monthly, which you don't want to do anyway because that's really bad value for money. I'll explain more on that in a few moments. So yeah, I'm going to choose the Start Doc here. Let's click Get Started. And the first page we've got is the domain selection. So this is where we can register our new domain. If you've already got a domain name registered with another provider, that's absolutely fine as well. Just come down to the box down the bottom and enter your domain name in here, and I'll show you how you can set it up in a few moments. But yeah, let's register a new domain. Let's register our free domain that's free for the first year. All you need to do is type in what you want in this box here, and then you can choose the extension from this drop down. And as you can see, there is loads of different extensions to choose from. I'm old school, I like .com, but you can go for whatever you like. It doesn't really matter nowadays what domain name extension you choose. You are, of course, going to need to choose something that's unique because every domain name needs to be unique. So keep trying different variations and different ideas until you do find something that's available. This project is just a demo site. I'm not creating a real website, so I'm going to go for something silly like WP Eagle product review. Nice and catchy, I think. Let's see if that's available. I'm pretty sure it will be. Success, it is available. Fantastic. And then we've got the 1 year's free right there. Let's click continue. Next up is product configuration. So first thing we need to do is choose our billing cycle. Now, as I just mentioned, you do not want to go for the monthly because that's far too expensive and you don't get the free domain. So you're going to want to choose annually, biannually, or triannually. Triannually. Is it triannually or triannually? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure it's triannually. I don't know. That's the best value, but of course, it really depends on what you can afford right now. I will say that I can tell you before we get to the checkout, it's going to be around $90-ish, between $90 and $100 for the triannually, which is pretty good value. You know, once we've applied our coupon, it's less than $100 for 3 years hosting and the domain name. It's a steal. It's a bargain. So I'm going to choose triannually. Next up, we've got the data center. So this is where your website's going to live in the world. You want to choose somewhere that's near where your visitors are going to be coming from. So North America is normally a good bet, but you can obviously go for London or Asia or Australia. Let's go for Dallas and then scroll down. This section right here, where you can select some add-ons. Well, we can skip right past that because we don't need any of those. Okay, let's preview the order. And here we have our domain configuration. And the only thing I need to show you here really is this privacy protection, which I think is very important because if you have that, that means that people can't see your name and address on the internet. If you haven't got that, then it's going to be publicly available. When people look up your domain, they'll be able to see, you know, the address it's registered to, which is probably not a good thing. So I'd leave that that ticked. It's only $4.65. Let's click continue. Here's the order summary. And yeah, it's coming in at $94.20 today, which is fantastic value. Now, I mentioned earlier that I have a coupon code. Now, my coupon code is also for 75% off. And obviously, it's going to depend on what offers are running when you hit the Host Armada website. Even if they are running a 75% off discount, I'd really appreciate it if you'd use my coupon code. It really does help me out. You'll still get your discount. And my coupon code is as follows. If you click remove promotion code, and then in this box, type WP Eagle 75, then validate. You get the same discount, and yeah, it really helps me out. So thanks if you do that. And then we just need to check out. So yeah, here's the checkout page. You've got to put in all your name, address, email, and passwords, and credit cards, and the usual stuff. So let me do this right now, get myself signed up, and get my hosting ordered, and then we'll carry on. I'll be back it'll be instantaneous because I'm going to do an edit. So I've successfully ordered my hosting. Hopefully you were successful too. If you were, then you should receive an email like this one that I've just received. And this has got all the information about my new hosting account. It's got some really important stuff. Now, if you've just registered a domain like I have with Host Armada, it's going to take a couple of hours for that registration to go through and for all the DNS and technical stuff to go all around the world so that people can find your website. So you're going to need to be patient and wait for that to happen. You'll know when it's working when you visit your new domain name. It's obviously going to be your new website. Let me just put this into my browser. So yeah, at the moment it says this site cannot be reached. But when it's working and when the domain registration has been successful, you will see a Host Armada page or something very similar. You won't see this kind of error page. So give it a couple of hours and everything should be all good. And then once that has happened, we can then start installing WordPress. If you've already got a domain name registered, then what you're going to need to do is update your name servers. So if you scroll down and within the email, get down towards the bottom here, you've got this name server section. And there are two different name servers. And what you need to do is paste those in, or copy and paste those into your settings at your domain registrar. Now, of course, I don't know who you're registered with. Maybe it's GoDaddy, maybe it's Namestir, maybe it's Namecheap. The process is pretty much the same for all of those. Log into the control panel, find the domain name that you've registered, click on it and go into the settings. Look for DNS settings or name server settings. Give that a click and then you should see a couple of boxes where you can paste these in. You might have to tick use custom name servers and then it should give you these boxes. Copy and paste them in, save it, and then again, you're probably going to have to wait about an hour or so for that change to take effect. Again, once it's working, when you visit your domain name, you will see the Host Armada page. And then, yeah, all's good and you're ready to crack on. While we're waiting for all this DNS domain name technical stuff to happen, let's go and get ourselves a copy of Popcorn Theme, which is what we're going to use to create our website with WordPress. Okay, so let's get Popcorn Theme. So Popcorn Theme is a theme that was developed by myself and by Phil and by Carl. It basically came about because we wanted a WordPress theme that delivered what we needed, which was super fast performance along with a load of features that were useful for affiliate marketeers and niche website owners and yeah, just people that wanted to set up a really cool website with WordPress and didn't want all the bloat that a lot of themes tend to have. So yeah, we've got Popcorn Theme. It's version 2 now. It's had, over 1,000 downloads and installs, and it's growing all the time, and we're adding features to it all the time. I absolutely love it. I build every single website that I create with it. So head over to popcorntheme.com, then click on this big button that says Get Popcorn Theme. I'll take you to our pricing page. We've got two pricing options. You can either pay yearly, or you can go for the one-off $2.99, and then you don't have to pay any more. The features are the same for both. So it's really up to you in terms of how you want to pay. I'm going to go for the one-off, and then I'm going to click Add to Cart, and then Proceed to Checkout. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, the first thing you need to do is enter your coupon code because you want to get that discount. So click where it says click here to enter your code, then enter the code Product Review, then apply coupon. Gives you a whopping $44.85 off the one-time payment option. Now you'll see that there is some VAT there. I'm afraid if you're in the UK, you will have to pay VAT, but if you're not, don't worry, just choose a different country and it will remove that VAT so you don't have to pay it. Then all you need to do is fill in your details, put your payment details in, whether it be credit card or maybe you want to go for PayPal. It's up to you. Tick this box to confirm you've read the terms and conditions, which I'm sure you have, and then maybe tick this box down here so that you get some lovely emails from me. And then, yeah, when you're all done, click either proceed to PayPal or place order. You'll then receive all the details regarding how to download the theme and the license key in your email. But of course, I'll take you through that process in a few moments. So now I'm just going to wait for my domain to register and propagate around the internet. And yeah, as soon as I see the Host Armada page, we can carry on. So you might need to wait as well for your domain to propagate. And well, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so the DNS has finished doing its thing. And now when I visit the domain name wpeagleproductreview.com, which of course was the one that I registered, I can see this Host Armada page, which means everything is working and we're ready to start setting up our website. So what we're going to do now is install WordPress. And to do that, we need to access our control panel. You can find details of your control panel in the email that you received from Host Armada. If you scroll down, you'll see here, cPanel Access. And then if you click on the link, it should bring you up a login screen. And then just copy and paste these details in. So the username is there. Paste that one in and then grab this password and paste that in. Close my password manager. And yeah, we're in. So in here, we're going to go over to WordPress Manager by Softaculous, I think that's how you say it. We're going to click Install. Then from here, there isn't too much that we need to change apart from this admin username and password. Change the username to something that you'll remember. So for the username, I'll go for WP Eagle. The password, well, we can just kind of generate one. I'm going to hide it, generate one. Well, actually, I'm going to show it because I need it. I'll blur it out in the video. I'm going to copy that to my clipboard because I will need that in a second. And then you need to enter your email address here. Make sure it's something that works because the site will, be emailing you things. And if you need to reset your passwords, all that stuff is useful. All the other stuff, don't worry about that. Let's scroll down and let's click Install. It's going to take a few moments. There we go, it's done. It's done. So if we now go back to our website and do a refresh, we can see that it's changed and we've got the default WordPress homepage off the default theme. That's good. To log into WordPress, we just go to /wp-admin. So whatever your URL is, and then /wp-admin. Let's have a look. And we enter the username and password, the one that we just entered while we're setting up. So mine was, of course, WP Eagle. I've got the password in my clipboard. Let's click Remember Me and then log in. I will save that in my password manager. We are now in the WordPress dashboard, and this is where we're going to do a lot of stuff on the website. The next thing we're going to do is install Popcorn Theme, of course. So I'm going to head back to popcorntheme.com. If you've already downloaded the theme, that's great. If you haven't, head back to popcorntheme.com. Go into the My Account area, which is up here. Go to Downloads. And yeah, you should see your downloads in here. You've probably only got the one. Click on the button and download it to your computer. There we go. Let's go back to my WordPress dashboard. I can close the control panel now. And we're going to go to Appearance and Themes. Add new theme. Upload theme. And then I'm going to choose the file I just downloaded, which is here. Click Open. And then Install Now. That's been uploaded, and then we just need to activate. And it's now activated. The final step is to enter the license key. So let's click on Enter Your License. You'll find the license key in the email that you received from popcorntheme.com. If you can't find it, go back to the My Account and you'll find it under Orders. I've got a few different orders because I've been playing around with it. Find your order, click View, and then the license code is just here. I'm going to copy that to my clipboard, go back to the site, paste it in, then click Activate. There we go, we're active, we're ready, we're good to go. So we're going to install some demo content now to give us a bit of a head start and help us get everything up and running quickly. At the moment, if we take a look at the site, it's just the default popcorn one. But we're not going to be using that today. We're going to be using the product review demo. So back into the dashboard. I can close my popcorn theme tab now. And it says we need to, or it recommends installing this plugin. So let's do that. Click Begin Install Plugin. Click Install. That's done. Return to the plugins installer. Click Activate. And there we go. That's activated. I'm going to return to the dashboard. And now if we go to appearance, we've got this popcorn demo import option. Let's give that a click. Scroll down, and the one we want is this one, which is product review. Let's click import demo. It's going to suggest some plugins. We don't need any of them unless you want to. I mean, WP Forms is pretty good for forms, but for now I'm going to leave it. It is going to install Gutenberg because we need that one. So let's click continue and import. It's going to take a couple of moments. And there we go, it's all imported successfully. Okay, so that took a couple of minutes, but we're all done now. Let's visit the site, let's have a look. Wow, okay. It's already looking good. So the first thing I want to just take you through is a few basic settings that we need to check out in the back here in the dashboard. So let's go back to the dashboard. I'm going to close that tab just to keep it clean. And the first thing I want to show you is the content that it's brought in. So if we go into all the posts, or all posts, you'll see there's all this kind of demo content, which you're probably going to want to take out at some point because it's just demo content. It's like Lorem Ipsum, just gibberish. So to do that, you would just, tick the ones you want to get rid of and then come up here, bulk actions, move to trash, and then click apply. Maybe do that when you're ready to add your own content. I can trash this hello world. That's just a demo post that WordPress puts on, so you can trash that. Of course, you can always undo anything you delete, just like that. It's all pretty straightforward. We'll go into posts in a little bit more detail in a minute, but basically, all the settings are in here for posts where you add new posts and create categories. Categories are how you kind of organize all your content so that it's easy to navigate. I will of course show you how to add a post as we move forward. The settings that I really want to show you are down here in settings. Let's go into general. So the first is the site title, which is the name of the blog. So product review website by WP Eagle. That's a bit long. Let's just go for product review website by WP Eagle. There we go. Leave this is all fine. This is the email address that you set up earlier. All the rest, pretty much straightforward. It's just time zones and that kind of thing. So let's click Save Changes on that. Writing, don't need to worry too much about this one. Reading, that's fine too. In fact, all of these settings are pretty much fine, apart from permalinks, which is what we want to change right now. So when you set up WordPress, it gives you this structure, which is kind of long. It means that everything you post is going to have like a date in it and that kind of stuff. Too messy. I'm going to go for a custom structure, and I'm going to take out all of this year and month and day stuff. I can't talk. In fact, let's get rid of post name too. Let's start afresh. And what I want is the category and then the post name. You can choose what you want, but I think it's a nice clean structure. Some people just go for post name. That's okay too, but I think by having the category, it gives a more logical hierarchy to your URLs. So I'm going to click category, and then I'm going to click post name. That should be that done. Well, in fact, there is one other box that I do need to show you within reading, and that is this one, the search engine visibility tick box. When you're working on your site, you might want this to be ticked. What you don't want is probably Google coming in and indexing your site while you're working on it. And if you tick this box, Google won't come in and index it, and you won't end up, on the search results pages with a kind of work in progress site. Thing is, you've got to remember to untick it when you are ready. Otherwise, you'll never end up on the search engines. You won't get any traffic. SEO will be very hard, and it'll be a nightmare. So tick it now while you're working on it, but then remember to untick it when you're ready to launch your site. Click Save Changes. Okay, so that's the settings done. Let's go and take a look at the site. I think the first thing we need to do is set a logo. So at the moment, it hasn't got a logo. So when we're editing the site, we come up here and we click on Edit Site. So So this is for all of the styling and the layout and basically the look and feel of the site. If we want to edit the actual content of a particular page or post, we go on to edit page or edit post, and I'll be showing you that in a bit more detail in a moment. So let's click edit site. And then if we click here in the main panel, we can then start editing. It gives you a little bit of a tutorial. And if I click up here, which is where the logo is going to be, give it another click. So I gave it 2 clicks then. You see there's a little upload icon appeared. We can click on there and then we can upload our logo. Now, I've actually already got one uploaded. If I can find it in my media library. You're going to want to probably choose one from your computer. So you'd go to upload files and then select files and find the logo file on your computer. In terms of size, what you're going to want is something around this size, which is 400 by 100 pixels. So 400 wide, 100 high. So I've already got this one in the media library. So I'm going to click select. There's my logo. I can make it bigger and smaller if I need to, just dragging on these little circles here. Make it as big or small as we like. So that's the logo done. If we click save, we can now go and view the site. There it is. Next, I'm going to show you how you can set the color scheme and everything for the site. So we'll go back into edit site. And again, I'm just going to click here to bring up the full screen editing. Then up in the top right, we've got this styles button. That's the tutorial. And in here, we can set all our styles like the typography. So come down here, you can choose the fonts for, text. I've got it set on Poppins, but maybe I want it on Roboto. You can see it changes as I select different fonts. And then we've got the fonts for links, if you want them to be different, for headings, for captions, for buttons. I mean, you probably don't want to use too many fonts, otherwise it might look a little bit messy, but that's where you set them. In here, we've got the colors. So we've got this palette here, which is the palette that we're using for the theme. You can choose your primary and secondary colors in here. Makes them easily available for when you're styling stuff. We can set colors for individual things here, like the text. Maybe you want the text to be red. That would be horrible, but you could. Link colors, captions, buttons. It's all fairly self-explanatory. So you're probably going to want to set these up before you do too much with the website. The next thing I want to show you is how to edit various parts of the website, the templates and content and all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to quickly go back to the front of the website. I'm just going to take off the end of that URL so that we've just got the domain name in the address box. So when you're looking at a page or a post on the website, you have these 2 options up top. You have edit site or edit page. If it's a post, it will say edit post. Edit site is to edit the templates and the kind of general look and feel of the website. So anything that's more static. For edit page and edit posts, that is for the actual content itself. Just to be clear, pages are more static elements of your website. Things like about us, contact us, the home page. They're all pages, and posts are for your content, your articles and all that stuff. Let's start with editing templates. So let's start with the homepage. That'd be a good place to start. So if I come up here and click edit site, that'll take us into the site editor. Now, to be fair, you're not probably going to want to change too much on here because it's all nicely designed for you. These posts at the top, they'll change as you add your own content. So yeah, you don't want to probably mess with that too much. If you want to change this background color, you just click on it, and that's how you can edit anything within the site editor. If I click on it again to make sure I've selected it, we'll get some options down the right-hand side. A useful thing to do is to bring up this list view down the left-hand side, and it will show you exactly what you've got selected. So this area is made up of columns. We can see that here. If I select the main section, which is the featured post container, we can come over to this right-hand side, and we've got some options in terms of width and all that kind of stuff. But as I said, you're probably not going to want to change it too much. Under styles, we've got some colors, and in here we've got this background image. It's just a gradient. You can find one on Canva if you want to change it for something else, or maybe you've got a photo you want to use. Let's scroll down. Again, here, you're probably not going to want to change too much. This is just the latest posts. You can change this text if you like. Just click on it and it brings up some quite simple controls. So you can change the level of the heading. You can bold things. You can italic things. You can add a link. If we click in a bit further, you'll see that these sections are made up of columns. And then within the columns, let me just expand it a little bit more. You've got all the settings and the layout features like featured image, the categories. You're not going to want to mess with it. To be fair, the one thing you might want to change is the query loop, which decides where the content is coming from. So if I select query loop and then go to the settings, we can show, or we can change the number of items per page, the offset, that kind of stuff. If we scroll over to the right or come over to the right, we've got some more settings here. Just make sure I've got the query loop selected again. We can choose the post type, which is probably going to be post. We can exclude or include sticky posts. I'll show you how to make a post sticky in a second. Down here, we've got some filters. So we could choose things from certain categories. Posts are organized into categories, if you remember me saying. So maybe you just want posts from a certain category here. You would set that in here. Just start typing it. Scroll down again. It's just more elements that you can change. Just some text. You click on it. You can change it. You can change this image. Just click on it. And then there's a replace button if you want to upload something new. Here we've got the social media. So you just add your links to your social media profiles. Just stick them in this box here. Then down here we've got more posts and more posts again. They're just in different layouts. And yeah, if you like this layout, then you don't need to change it too much. Just start adding content and away you go. When you finish, you'd come up the top and click on the save button up here. I've got nothing to change at the moment. The other thing you can change in here is this top navigation. If we just click on it and make sure we've got navigation selected over here on the left, we can see that here are all the links and you can add a new one by clicking on the plus. Or you can come up here and click on the plus here. Oh, this little black plus. You can type in a page, a category, a post, whatever you want to link to. So maybe I want to add the technology again. Just start typing technology and we can see here we've got the category. We'll just click it and it will add it. There we go. But of course we've already got some technology link here, so we don't need it again. Want to remove something, I can just select navigation again, come back over to the right hand side, click on the three little dots, and then we've got a remove. Let's click save. So that's the site editor for the home page. The same applies to the post templates. If I look at a post like this one, all this around the edge, across the top, down here is the template. So we can change that again by clicking edit site. Then just clicking on what we'd like to change. Obviously, you're going to want to update the about us. So just click onto the text and you can, start typing, change it away. And yeah, it's really flexible site editor. You can do pretty much whatever you like. Change the layout of the comments. But to be fair, I think the template's pretty good. You're not going to want to change too much. When you're finished, of course, click save. Now remember, there is loads of articles and help over on the Popcorn Theme website. You'll find a link below this video in the description. There's some posts and videos and loads of stuff all about changing content, adding content, working with Popcorn Theme. Loads of stuff that you need to know, so be sure to go check it out. So let's talk about content for a minute. So if you wanted to add a new post or a new page, you come up here and click on new post or page, depending on what you like. Let's click on new post. I'll just close the help. And this is where you add your content. So you'd add the article title at the top here. And then you can start typing away and adding content as you like. We've got loads of blocks that you can use to create some really nice looking content. You just click on the plus here. Click on browse all and you can see them all down the left hand side here. So you've got the WordPress ones, paragraphs, headings, lists, quotes, images, galleries, covers, whatever you like. In patterns, we've got all the Popcorn Theme patterns. So things like information boxes, got loads of those. Table of contents, some cool product boxes like this. Again, just add one and then you can start changing it. Add whatever you like, swap out the image if you like. Update the buttons. Just click on the little link to add your links. It's all really straightforward. Let me just show you a few more patterns. So yeah, on page 3, we've got some text specs. We've got the pros and cons. They're quite nice. Got a nice yellow box that you can use for, the summary or whatever you like. You may also like boxes, which recommends other posts. You can add a video. You can add a step-by-step guide, maybe a call to action. Got a few different calls to action. They're all really straightforward. Just add them and then, start changing them. Down the right-hand side, if you go to the post options, you can change a few things here in terms of the category that the post is in. So maybe this one is in technology. You can add some tags. Tags are a way of organizing your content separate to categories. So just type a word in there and it will group them with that tag. I press comma there to make the tag show, and basically to separate your tags, use a comma. Here you can add a featured image. So you just click set featured image and then upload one from your computer. Let's see if I've got something. Here we go, I've got one here. Just had to quickly find one. There it is. The images that I use in terms of the size are 1280 by 720, but any size is fine. The width of the post is generally around 800 pixels, so you want to make it 800 pixels wide at least. And I'd make sure that all your featured images are all the same size to give a bit of consistency across the website. You select the image once you've uploaded it and then click Set Featured Image. There it is. And then we can click Publish when we're finished. Let's take a look. So here's our post, looking good. And of course, you can change all these blocks. I mentioned, this one is the yellow block, but it can be whatever color you like. Let me just quickly dip back into the post and I'll show you that if we go into Edit Post. And then if you click on one of these patterns, let's say this one, then on the right hand side you've got these options, and within styles you can mess around with things like the colors, the background color. Set it to be whatever you like. Maybe change this button color. Just click on the button again, styles, and yeah, we can change the background. And you can do it for anything you like. These buttons, just make sure that you've selected the right thing, which is the group here, because each of the buttons is, oh yeah, that's the right one, is a kind of group paragraph thing. And then come in here, styles again, and you can change the background color or any color you like. The yellow box doesn't have to be yellow. It could be green. There we go. The very last thing I want to show you is in the post settings, you've got this tick box here. Now I mentioned when we're working with the query loop, you could set it to just show featured posts or sticky posts. And this is how you set a post to be sticky. Just tick that box. It's as easy as that. And that's about it. This is as far as I want to go with this video. There's loads more videos on WP Eagle about popcorn and how to do more stuff with it. And of course, do check out the docs over on popcorntheme.com. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you got your product review website all up and running. Remember, if you've got any questions or you got stuck on anything or you want further advice on anything to do with websites, WordPress, making money online, anything like that, then just get in touch with me in the comment section below or drop me an email to eagle@wpeagle.com. Remember, you'll find loads of cool resources over at wpeagle.com, so do go and check it out. I always appreciate a click on the like button below, and yeah, make sure you don't miss out on future videos by getting subscribed and click the bell to get some notifications. Until next time, I wish you the best of luck with your websites. See you later.